Did you know that every year Americans throw away more than 292 million tons of trash? That's roughly 4.5 pounds of waste per person every single day. Imagine the impact if we could cut that down. The good news? Adopting a zero-waste lifestyle isn't as tough or as costly as you might think. Welcome to your guide on why zero-waste living is easier than you might believe. In this video, we'll uncover simple strategies to drastically reduce your waste, starting with easy changes you can make in your daily routine. From transforming your trash game and cleaning up your kitchen, to refreshing your wardrobe and finding energy-free fun, we've got it all covered. Stick around to learn how you can revolutionize your lifestyle with minimal effort and maximum impact. It's not just about saving the planet. It's also about making your life simpler, cleaner, and more enjoyable. Ready to dive in? Let's get started on this exciting journey to a zero-waste world. Chapter 1. Revolutionize your trash game. When you hear zero waste, it can sound overwhelming, right? But let me tell you, it's actually much simpler than it seems. The first step is to change the way you think about trash. Did you know that the average American produces about 4.5 pounds of waste per day? That's over 1,600 pounds per year. The key to reducing this is rethinking what you consider as trash. Many items that end up in the bin can be reused or repurposed. For instance, glass jars are perfect for storing pantry items, and old t-shirts can be turned into cleaning rags. But here's the secret. Start small. Don't try to go zero waste overnight. Begin with one area of your life, like your bathroom or kitchen, and see where you can cut down. According to a 2018 study, even reducing your waste by 20% can make a significant environmental impact. Remember, progress over perfection. And if you're worried about the cost, consider this. By reusing items, you're actually saving money in the long run. In fact, some families report saving up to $1,000 a year by embracing a zero-waste lifestyle. So it's not just good for the planet, it's great for your wallet too. Chapter 2. Secret hacks for a plastic-free kitchen. Let's talk about your kitchen. It's one of the biggest sources of household waste, but it doesn't have to be. A simple way to cut down on plastic is to switch to reusable containers. Glass and stainless steel options are durable and keep food fresher longer. Did you know that food stored in glass containers lasts up to 50% longer than in plastic? That's less waste and better quality food. Next, consider bulk shopping. It's not just for warehouse clubs anymore. Many local stores now offer bulk bins where you can buy just what you need. Bring your own containers and you're instantly reducing packaging waste. According to the Bulk is Green Council, buying in bulk can save up to 48% compared to packaged goods. Another game changer? Composting. About 30% of what we throw away is food waste, but it doesn't have to end up in a landfill. Composting is easier than you think and can be done even in small spaces. Plus, composting reduces the need for chemical fertilizers in your garden. If you're not into gardening, check if your city has a composting program. Many do. Before we continue, hit subscribe and let's dive back into the fun. Chapter 3. Fashion that doesn't cost the earth. Fashion is another area where you can make a big impact. The fashion industry is one of the top polluters in the world, responsible for 10% of global carbon emissions. But here's the good news. You don't have to sacrifice style for sustainability. Start by looking at what you already own. The average person only wears 20% of their wardrobe regularly. Try mixing and matching pieces to create new outfits instead of buying something new. When you do shop, consider secondhand stores. Vintage and thrift shops are treasure troves of unique finds. Plus, buying secondhand reduces demand for new clothing, which in turn reduces the resources needed to produce them. If you're into DIY, upcycling is a fantastic way to refresh your wardrobe. Turn old jeans into shorts or use fabric scraps to make accessories. It's creative, fun, and eco-friendly. According to The Conscious Closet by Elizabeth L. Klein, upcycling and buying secondhand can reduce your fashion carbon footprint by up to 60%. Finally, support ethical brands that prioritize sustainable practices. Brands that use organic materials, pay fair wages, and have transparent supply chains are leading the way in sustainable fashion. The more we support these brands, the more the industry will shift towards sustainability. Chapter 4. Unplug and play. Energy-free entertainment. Entertainment doesn't have to come with a big environmental cost. There are countless ways to have fun without using electricity or creating waste. One great option is to get outdoors. Nature has a lot to offer and it's completely free. Hiking, biking, or even just a walk in the park can be a refreshing way to spend your time. But if the weather isn't cooperating, there are plenty of indoor activities that don't require power. Board games, puzzles, and reading are classic pastimes that have stood the test of time. In fact, studies show that people who engage in non-digital activities regularly report higher levels of satisfaction and lower stress levels. Another idea? Host a swap party with friends. Whether it's books, clothes, or toys, swapping items is a fun way to get something new without buying anything. Plus, it's a great excuse to hang out with friends and make memories. Did you know that the average toy is only played with for 6 months before being discarded? Swapping helps extend the life of these items, reducing waste. Lastly, consider creating your own entertainment. Craft nights, storytelling, or even writing your own book can be deeply fulfilling activities. Not only do these activities keep you engaged, but they also help reduce the need for new materials or digital consumption. Chapter 5. The Art of Eco-Friendly Swapping. Swapping is one of the easiest and most fun ways to embrace a zero-waste lifestyle. Think about it. Why buy something new when someone else already has what you need? Hosting or attending a swap party is a great way to exchange clothes, books, or household items. Not only does this reduce waste, but it also saves you money. But swaps aren't just about physical items. Consider swapping skills. Do you need help with gardening but know how to bake? Find someone who loves gardening and exchange your skills. It's a win-win situation, and you're building community ties at the same time. There are also online platforms where you can swap or give away items locally. FreeCycle, for instance, connects people who are giving and getting stuff for free. According to the FreeCycle network, they've kept over 500 million pounds of reusable goods out of landfills. For those looking to declutter, swapping can help you find new homes for items you no longer need. Instead of throwing things away, you're giving them a second life with someone who will appreciate them. And remember, the goal is to keep items circulating in the community, reducing the need for new production. Chapter 6. Green cleaning made simple and effective. Cleaning products are notorious for their harsh chemicals and wasteful packaging. But going green doesn't mean sacrificing cleanliness. In fact, you can make your own cleaning products with just a few simple ingredients. White vinegar, baking soda, and lemon juice can tackle almost any household cleaning task. For example, a mixture of vinegar and water is perfect for cleaning windows and mirrors. It's streak-free and non-toxic. Baking soda works wonders on tough stains and odors, while lemon juice adds a fresh scent and has natural antibacterial properties. Did you know that baking soda can neutralize odors better than most commercial air fresheners? Plus, it's completely safe to use around pets and kids. If DIY isn't your thing, look for eco-friendly brands that offer refill stations. Refill stations allow you to reuse the same container over and over, drastically reducing plastic waste. A study by the Ellen MacArthur Foundation found that if just 20% of plastic packaging worldwide were reused, it could save up to 3.5 million tons of plastic waste every year. And here's a bonus: green cleaning isn't just better for the planet, it's better for your health too. Traditional cleaning products can contain volatile organic compounds, VOCs, that can cause respiratory issues. By switching to natural alternatives, you're creating a safer home environment for you and your family. Chapter 7. Grow your own. The Urban Garden Revolution. Even if you live in the city, you can still grow your own food. Urban gardening is taking root in cities worldwide, and it's easier than ever to get started. Whether you have a small balcony or just a sunny windowsill, you can grow herbs, vegetables, or even fruit. Container gardening is a fantastic option for small spaces. Pots, buckets, or even old milk cartons can be repurposed to grow plants. Tomatoes, lettuce, and peppers are particularly well suited to containers. Plus, growing your own food means fewer trips to the grocery store and less packaging waste. If you're short on space, consider vertical gardening. This method maximizes your growing area by using walls or trellises. Herbs like basil and parsley thrive in vertical gardens, and you can even grow strawberries or beans this way. According to the book, Urban Gardening for Dummies, vertical gardening can increase your growing space by up to 30%. For those who want to take it a step further, community gardens are a great way to get involved with others in your neighborhood. Many cities have community garden plots where you can grow your own food and connect with fellow gardeners. It's a wonderful way to learn new skills and share the harvest. Finally, composting is an integral part of any garden, urban or not. It reduces food waste and creates nutrient-rich soil for your plants. If you're concerned about space or odor, consider vermicomposting, a method that uses worms to break down organic material quickly and efficiently. According to the EPA, vermicomposting can reduce your kitchen waste by up to 30%. Chapter 8. Eco-travel. Wander without waste. Traveling doesn't have to mean leaving a trail of waste behind you. With a little planning, you can explore the world while still being kind to the planet. The first step is to pack smart. Bring reusable items like water bottles, cutlery, and shopping bags to avoid single-use plastics on the go. A study by the Adventure Travel Trade Association found that travelers who carry reusable items reduce their plastic waste by up to 60% during their trips. Next, consider your mode of transportation. While flying is often unavoidable, you can offset your carbon footprint by choosing direct flights, which use less fuel than multiple shorter flights. Some airlines also offer carbon offset programs where you can contribute to environmental projects to balance out your emissions. But if you can, opt for trains or buses, which have a significantly lower carbon footprint compared to flying. When choosing accommodations, look for eco-friendly options. Many hotels. Chapter 8. Eco-travel, wander without waste, continued. When choosing accommodations, look for eco-friendly options. Many hotels and hostels now have green certifications, meaning they follow sustainable practices like energy efficiency and waste reduction. Staying at locally owned establishments also helps support the local economy and often offers a more authentic experience. Eating local is another great way to travel sustainably. By choosing local produce and dining at restaurants that source their ingredients nearby, you're reducing the carbon footprint of your meals. Plus, it's a delicious way to experience the local culture. Finally, remember that souvenirs don't have to be material things. Consider taking photos or keeping a travel journal instead of buying trinkets that might end up in the trash. If you do want a keepsake, opt for something handmade by local artisans. It's more meaningful and supports the local community. Your subscription helps us create more awesome videos. Click that button now.